Yeah. What up? Y'all already know what it is, man. What's going on? What it do? What happening? What happening, Jack? In the words of my brother, Sir Ism, what's happening, Jack? Shout out to my brother, Sir Ism. Shout out to all my brothers in attendance right now. XL Pro, Uncle Diggity, Blade Monger, what it do, man? What's going on with y'all brothers? How y'all feeling this beautiful evening? Y'all already know what it is. You already know what it is, man. You did. We here Thursday night, ladies' night, and the feeling's right. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night. Oh, what a night. Oh, what a night. Looking at me, right? My man OG in the building. What they do, man? You hear me? All my brethren in attendance, what's good, man? Where the ladies at, man? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? You know? Now, toxic femininity, all right? Toxic femininity, all right? Toxic femininity. How many of y'all how many of y'all have experienced toxic femininity? Put a number 11 in the chat if you believe in toxic femininity, or should I not say believe it? Put a number 11 in the chat if you have experienced personally toxic femininity. I'm pretty sure we all have come across it once or twice in our life. Some probably more than others, I would imagine. You did. I would imagine that. Now, I could be wrong, but for some reason, I don't think that I am. You know what I'm saying? My man OG said the ladies at the barbershop getting the ball fade like that. Yeah, man. Oh my God. I have never been a fan of chicks with short hair. I be telling chicks all the time that, and to each his own, man. I ain't gonna sit up here and, ridicule or clown nobody for stuff they like, but being a man, I think I can speak for the overwhelmingly mass majority of us when I say that we absolutely do not want no chick with no short ass hair, specifically a fade, specifically. You know what I'm saying? Like, ladies, seriously. Seriously, ladies, on all jokes aside, ladies, we love y'all to death. I love y'all to death. Lord knows, right? Lord knows I love y'all biscuit head asses to death. Right? But you can't have the 360s like me. You can't have the spinners like me, man. That's not feminine. It's not sexy. Even the pixie cut. Listen here, man. Y'all girls need to stop cutting y'all's goddamn hair, man. Nothing is more off-putting, offsetting, unattractive. Nothing is more masculine. Nothing says masculine woman like a broad with some short hair, especially my length. Some of y'all can pull it off because y'all got nice bodies and y'all pretty. But I'm telling y'all, for the most part, man, most of us dudes ain't checking for no 360 spinning wave, grease buying, you know what I'm talking about? Hold on real quick. Hold on real quick, man. You know what I'm talking about, man? You can't be sitting up in there. You can't be sitting up there, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? You can't be sitting up there, you know what I'm talking about? With the special unique, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother, Mr. Pringles the barber. You know what I'm talking about? You can't be sitting up there with the you can't be sitting up in there with the goddamn you feel me? You can't be sitting up there with the specialty, you know what I'm saying, do-rag with the suede. You can't be having the suede do-rag like me, man. That ain't gonna go, baby. We like to be having tresses and locks of hair to just fall up in and lay up in, man. When my man Blake Walker say, put a 12 in the chat if you have observed toxic femininity, 11 in the chat if you have experienced it. Yeah, that's a good one right there. Pops in the building, what's good? Y'all see I got my triple OG up in here, my Pops, man. Virgil Berry Sr. What's good, Pops? Said, what up with you, son? And my YouTube family, listen, shout out to you all good. And you already know, same to you, Pops. Like I said, this Sunday, me and my Pops, we're going to be getting straight to it. We're going to be getting straight to it on Sunday. The spiritual roots of you. Right? Yeah, beautiful trash, man. So rest in the essence to my brother Simple, man. Beautiful trash. You hear me? I'm telling y'all right now, man, some of y'all chicks can pull that short haircut off, man. I'm telling you, for the most part, man, we ain't checking for that shit, man. Now, you can sit up here and say, so what? I don't care. So what? I don't care. You can't, I mean, you know, whatever, right? Whatever. You know what I'm talking about? But toxic femininity is at an all-time high. Shout out to my brother Red Supreme TV1, as well as fake femininity, right? We got toxic femininity and fake-ass femininity. Y'all remember when that soft girl era bullshit came out? How many of y'all knew that shit was a fluke, right? How many of y'all knew, just like I did, and just like I did a live stream on it, exposing it and putting that bullshit on the wall, right? That bullshit ass, goddamn it, soft girl era bullshit. That shit ain't even last a whole goddamn month. And that's what we're supposed to be doing, y'all, as the men. We're supposed to be shutting down weak-ass ideologies like that down. You hear me? That weak-ass soft girl era bullshit, man. Fake-ass femininity is on the rise in the Black community. Shout out to my brother Red Supreme TV1. Facts. You feel me? Fake femininity is definitely on the rise in the Black community. You know? Yeah, man, it really is, man. I mean, it really is. You know what I mean? Fake femininity, toxic femininity. Yeah, definitely don't. I like that right there, but don't let her soft girl appearance be the interference. And I'm telling y'all that shit don't work on no real ones, man. When you a masculine man, you know, you bring the femininity out of chicks when you go around them, man. That's one thing I can say about some femininity, about true masculinity, gonna bring the broad up out of any chick, especially these chicks that try to act all tough, or the chicks that, you know what I'm saying? The chicks that want to be all masculine and manly, and I'm a boss bitch, and you know what I'm saying, I'm her and all that stuff. Listen here, Ma, you ain't gonna know you her until a real one tell you her. Right? Unless a real one tell you that you're her, you're not. All right? I don't give a damn how you feel. Of course, you should feel like that, right? I ain't gonna tell you that you shouldn't feel like you that her. Why wouldn't you feel like you her? The thing is, you can feel like you her all you want, but are you actually her? And you won't know that until some real ones tell you that, man. You hear me? Damn, I see everybody covering this story now, man. You hear me? Man. Everybody covering this story now, man. Right? And I'm talking about the story of with the girl.
Imagine it's midnight and you're in a high-class
Toxic femininity right here.
You're there.
Shout out to O'Shea.
You're having drinks. You're having it your way. If you're a guy, you're getting all the numbers in the room. And if you're a lady, guys are checking for you. And you know what? You got to do something the next day. So it's time for you to go home. You request an Uber. and you're on your way to Buckhead, one of the most glorious neighborhoods in the South, and definitely in Atlanta. And while you're
you know where y'all went. We're gonna say that to tomorrow. You feel me? We're gonna say that to tomorrow. We're gonna say that for the Friday night wrap up. All right, and I'm gonna do a pre-recorded on that joint too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, wrestling us is the baby girl, man. But shit, man, listen here. When you playing a game like that, man, you can't expect, you know what I'm saying, too much positive to be happy. I'm just saying, man. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get to that tomorrow. We're gonna talk about that a little bit more in depth tomorrow. All right, but right now we're about to listen to some of this toxic femininity. All right. And who better to talk about it than my big bro, right? My brethren. Exactly, Pops. That's what I always be telling these chicks, man. So when y'all girls be cutting y'all's hair, I really just be flabbergasted. Like that is some of the most masculine stuff that you could do as a woman is cut your hair short. Man, that is a masculine thing, man. But we're gonna listen to the big homie, man. And you know, I know a lot of people feel some type of way about my brother Jordan Peterson, man. And Jordan Peterson, in my opinion, is one of our true intellectuals, man. You know what I mean? I got hella respect for Jordan Peterson. I don't agree with everything he says. Of course, I absolutely do not. Right? But I respect his mind. And when you listen to the brother, he actually knows what he's talking about, and he makes a whole lot of sense. And even if you don't like what he's saying, it don't matter because what he's saying is true, and it's backed up by empirical statistics, data, and actual observable reality. So we're going to listen to this.
Female hyper users of Instagram are also, they're sadistic, Machiavellian, psychopathic, and narcissistic, and they optimize for short-term mating strategies. So they're promiscuous, and that's a marker for antisocial behavior. Antisocial people, broadly speaking, have more sexual partners. They start engaging in sex earlier. They're more callous in their utilization of themselves and others. And so...
Would you call that toxic femininity? Is there such a thing as toxic femininity?
We know what toxic femininity is.
Okay.
It's the female version of antisocial behavior is reputation savaging. Yeah. Gossip, innuendo, backbiting, and females can be very good at that. Now, men can do that too, and they do, especially on social media. But it's definitely the case that social media enables female antisocial type behavior, clearly. And so it scales. We were talking about, whether the feminine ethos scales. Feminine pathology scales magnificently on social media.
Feminine pathology scales hugely on social engineering. I could not agree more, right? I could not agree more. Listen to this one.
Since our society only chooses to focus on toxic masculinity, I'm here to provide you with my list of the top toxic femininity traits. Utter disdain for men. These are the women that categorize all men with the stereotypical toxic masculinity traits. Just because someone has a
utter disdain, right? And let me say something real quick too. Let me come up real quick too. You know what I'm saying? I know how a lot of y'all chicks are being, like my brother, rest in the essence to my brother said, for being the embodiment, being the manifestation, right, of emotionalism, right? I understand a lot of y'all chicks get in y'all feelings because y'all not used to hearing men such as myself, such as my brother Red Supreme, such as my brethren Jack, such as my brethren Mr. O, such as any of the brethren, man, since the rest in the essence to Philip Brandon Gilmore, our brother Sinful to P. I know when y'all hear real actual men talk in the way we do, referring to women, it makes y'all feel some type of way. I dare say, let me come up for this. Y'all will be led to believe or think or assume that we are misogynistic, which means we hate women. I had a chick say that to me today. I'm about to show y'all here in a second, right? I have a daughter, for one, right? No possible way I could hate women, because that would imply that I hate my daughter, right? Or females. or let's remove my daughter from it because she's not a woman yet. That will infer that I hate my sister, my mother, you know. Even my ex-girl, I don't even hate her, right? I don't hate any female, any women. I absolutely love women. I adore women. You hear me? Which is why I speak when I speak about women the way that I do. Because I love y'all. Because contrary to popular opinion, and I always say this too, man, because this is some real stuff and only real ones can relate. I know that's a cliche term, but it's some real shit. If a guy like myself didn't care and didn't give a fuck, if I, you know, one thing I really wouldn't do is be speaking about it. Now, if I really hated women, I would be taking y'all up top and getting y'all for all y'all's money. If a corny, used to be fat boy, lame ass, fuck nigga like Derek Jackson could just get in the gym and y'all broads get that nigga all y'all money for lying to y'all, oh my God. That nigga definitely ain't got more gift of gab than me. Definitely is not more intelligent, well-versed when it comes to the ladies than with me. I could be sitting up here telling y'all a whole bunch of stuff and making stupid buku dumb money. But like I say, I have to look at myself in this mirror, man. I have to look in the mirror and be okay with what I'm looking at, although I know that that ain't me. Huh? What y'all talking about in the comment section, man? All right. Keyword is men. Keyword is men. Men don't hate women. We don't like how some women are quick to turn against men, then want to be men. Man. Shout out to my brother OG for saying that. Facts. All right. I absolutely do not. I love women. Love y'all to death. Especially black women. Specifically black women. Especially brown skin, chocolate, thick, curvy. You know, not a six pack, but flat stomach. Maybe a little bit of, you know, a little bit of stomach. I don't mind that. You know what I mean? Your hair, your natural hair. You understand me, man? Pretty girls, man, with nice big booties and big titties, man. Who don't like a chick like that, man? Right? Love y'all to death, man. But y'all, you know, y'all gotta tighten up, man. You know, for real, man. Toxic femininity. Now, this is a white girl, y'all. This is a white girl breaking down toxic femininity. Let's go.
Since our society only chooses to focus on toxic masculinity, I'm here to provide you with my list of the top toxic femininity traits. Utter disdain for men. These are the women that categorize all men with the stereotypical.
Like I said, utter disdain for men. What y'all confuse is disdain is what we always talk about over here, man. It's what my brother Red be talking about, what any of us real ones be talking about, man. Right? That's it. And y'all just not used to it, man. Y'all used to these fuck niggas who don't get no pussy or just want some pussy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all used to these dudes just sit here lying to y'all, telling y'all whatever they got to say to get them cheeks up out your ass. But see, a real one like me, right? A real one like me who ain't interested in smashing every attractive girl I come across, right? Because I done been there and done that. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Correcting, checking, chastising, bringing to your awareness, holding you accountable, not letting you say whatever you want to say out your mouth and think it's just going to fly over the head because I'm trying to smash. No. Y'all confuse that for disdain, hatred. See the mind fuckery I play here? The very thing that y'all chicks need, especially when y'all little girls from y'all fathers, y'all been manipulated into rejecting, resenting that which you need to make you and help you grow into the woman that you designed to be. Correction, checking. Who gonna check me, bro? I hate when I hear a broad say that, man. Yo, man, that's who. Y'all chicks, man, listen, I know a lot of y'all be feeling some type of way when we say this, man, but it's true. Even y'all super educated, super successful broads, y'all mentally are like children. Most of y'all girls are between the ages of 14 and 17 mentally, cognitively, when it comes to dealing with men. Now, you could be a lawyer, a doctor, a nurse, and excel in your field, make a lot of money, have a prestigious position. Yes. But when it comes to dealing with what actually matters, your man or a man, because you're going to need a man, a lot of y'all are fucking retarded, remedial, stupid, dumb, and ignorant. Tell me I'm lying, man. You hear me? Right? Let's go.
Toxic masculinity traits. Just because someone has a Y chromosome does not mean that their only intention is to sleep with you, cheat on you, or traumatize you with their uncontrollable aggression and anti-feminist behavior.
That's a fact. That is a fact. Right? And I noticed this from a lot of chicks too. This is what I just spoke on this, man. Right? Listen, we ain't all trying to smash, right? And a lot of attractive girls, this really is a thing with y'all attractive girls. Y'all girls that are pretty, a little bit above average, like, 8s, 9s. You feel me? Girls who are very pretty, you know what I'm talking about? Y'all really take this to another level. And I think, in my opinion, some of the most prettiest girls, some of the most attractive women are the most aggressive and masculine women. Right? But what I noticed with even average chicks too, everybody ain't trying to holler at you, man. Just because I held the door for you, or I say hello to you, or if I say you look nice today, that don't mean I'm trying to get your number. That don't mean I'm trying to holler at you, want to holler at you. Like, you can't even give chicks compliments anymore nowadays. You can't even be a gentleman anymore nowadays. It's not appreciated. It's not accepted. It's not respected. So I agree with her on that. Let's go.
Trying to outman men. Same women who want to be equal to men also pray for the downfall of men. Amazing how that works. Ladies, if you spend your entire life trying to prove to men that you can be better than them, you'll attract none of them and kickstart
Hold on.
the extinction of the human race. No accountability. Toxic women that...
Right? And this is a white girl, man. This is a young white girl. This young white girl, like, she about 22, 23. Right? And when my man Uncle Diggity said, dear, dumb, and blind is best. Deaf, dumb, and blind is best, man. You hear me, Uncle Diggity? When my man Black Margaret said, why do I only mainly hear misandrists speak on misogyny nowadays? It's the nature of the machine, man. You know what I'm talking about now. I just spoke on this real quick too. Be women, right? My girl Karen, man. Shout out to Karen, right? Oh, freaky ass Karen. Karen, right? Made a post today, right? You know what I'm talking about? And said, she asked a question on Facebook. She said, fellas, what is the most attractive thing to you about a woman? Right? And this is always going to be my answer to this. Because when a woman fully embodies, embraces, and exudes this, everything else kind of fall in line. There's certain things that us as men will be willing to accept and look past. If you have this in abundance and display this naturally in abundance, man, listen. And my number one answer if I'm ever asked that, or see, but my number one answer is always going to be y'all's femininity, right? That is what attracts men, masculinity, to y'all, femininity. If you still manage to have it. Because a lot of y'all done lost it, man. My man OG he said, chick told me one time she's not giving me her number just because I held the door for her and I didn't ask for it. She was pushing twins in the stroller. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Y'all really have been, listen, social media, and I agree with what Jordan Peterson said. Social media has destroyed society, but it really has destroyed specifically women. Females, young girls especially. Y'all remember when I did the live stream and we was talking about how Instagram was being sued by a lot of people's little girl parents because they said Instagram was using specific algorithms to attract young adolescent and young adolescent females, especially. They said that Instagram was especially specifically toxic femininity, was extremely toxic mentally and behaviorally and emotionally for young girls, giving them a super distorted depiction of themselves, how their bodies should be, could be, and would be, right? So I agree with that, man. Be women. That is y'all's most powerful tool, is to be feminine. Y'all hear we say it all the time. Just imagine if you was on a date with a guy who you was attracted to and you thought he was a cute guy, you thought he was an attractive guy, handsome guy, and you say, you know what, I think I would like to get to know this guy based off of that, man. And you went out on a date with this dude, and this dude, y'all talking, and you know that first date, you know what I'm saying, jargon, the first date convos go. You know what I'm talking about? And he says, yes, I can be masculine, but I'm not going to be masculine until I meet the right woman. Just imagine you on a date with a dude and he says that to you, right? So a part of toxic femininity is selective femininity. I tell y'all chicks all the time, especially the ones who I be talking to, listen, y'all are supposed to be feminine all the time with all men. Rest in the essence, the Kev, man. Rest in the essence, the Kev, man. Y'all women should be feminine all the time to all men. Y'all should be submissive all the time to all men. And of course, there's degrees of submissiveness. Definitely are, man. How are you going to be sitting up here pushing kids in the stroller, single probably than a $1 bill in the mall after 6, and a brother hold the door open for you, and you just automatically assume this nigga want to talk to you? That is kind of disrespectful. It's very narcissistic. Very narcissistic. I just brush it off when especially chicks call me narcissist, because I'll be like, man, half of y'all don't even know what that really means. Y'all have an idea of what y'all been told or made to believe it means through social engineering, but I always ask a chick whenever they use that term, give me the definition of narcissist. Because most chicks, especially that use that term, they're the most narcissistic bitches you'll ever meet in your life. Nobody's more narcissistic than a chick who constantly uses the word narcissistic. You feel me, man? Let's go.
In oppression and victimhood, it's their go-to excuse whenever they're confronted with irrational behavior. If a woman instantly rationalizes her actions with oppression, you're fighting a losing battle. Inflated egos. These are the women that have literally no respect for themselves, but feel female.
Let's watch it again.
Only chooses to focus on toxic masculinity. I'm here to provide you with my list of the top toxic femininity traits. Utter disdain for men. These are the women that categorize all men with the stereotypical toxic masculinity traits. Just because someone has a Y chromosome doesn't does not mean that their only intention is to sleep with you, cheat on you, or traumatize you with their uncontrollable aggression and anti-feminist behavior, always trying to outman men. Same women who want to be equal to men also pray for the downfall of men. Amazing how that works. Ladies, if you spend your entire life trying to prove to men that you can be better than them, you'll attract none of them and kickstart the extinction of the human race. No accountability. Toxic women bask in oppression and victimhood. It's their go-to excuse whenever they're confronted with irrational behavior. If a woman instantly rationalizes her actions with her oppression, you're fighting a losing battle. Inflated egos. These are the women that have literally no respect for themselves, but feel that because they're a woman, they deserve a Wall Street billionaire with a purity ring who agrees with literally everything they say.
And I'm sitting up here telling y'all chicks, man, right? Like I'm sitting here trying to tell these chicks today, man. You feel me? And you know, when I say I'm trying to tell, I mean, you know, it's just conversation. You know, and a lot of people tend to a lot of people tend to take it another way, take it as being salty or something though. But listen here, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna always say this, man, just before we get into what we're about to get into, because I know a lot of y'all chicks like to get this shit fucked up. When it comes to a guy like me, when it comes to like most of the brethren that tap in with me, and I'm gonna speak for myself here, right? I absolutely love women, specifically black women. And I don't hate my mama. I'm not, man, listen, I just sit up, listen here, man. Let me take a shot of water, man. Drink your water, right? Preferably spring water. You hear me? I done sit up here and since I was 14, I'm going to say 14 just to be on the safe side. Since I was 14, I have literally had my way with women, specifically black women. There's never been a point in my life where I was could be considered an incel. There's never a point in my life where I was shy or didn't get the favor of women. I was never attractive to women. I've literally had my way, and I continue to have my way to this day. So when y'all hear a guy like me speaking about women when I do, which is only really on Thursdays, I was never coming from a place of rejection, hurt, salty, none of that. I can get any broad I fucking want. You hear me? I don't give a damn if I was homeless, 10 toes down. Man, I could get any broad I want. I'm a charismatic, magnetic, infinite-minded. Shout out to my brother, Simple to P, and infinite-minded, handsome, debonair brother with the extreme control over inner outer understanding of the English language. I can literally get any broad that I actually want and pursue. I'm going to get her. And for the ones that I did, wasn't meant for me to get. So I ain't tripping. So don't ever get this shit twisted or fucked up. Excuse my language. Right? I just had to say that, man. My man Ray in the building. Ray, when you coming on the show, bruh? I sent you the text. You hear me? And I understand you might be busy. I understand you got a family and you work. I do too, brother. But we need to get my brother Ray on the show. We need to get you on the show, brother. He said, I got to do this. Yeah, man, Ray, listen, what's up? This Saturday, bruh. You can hit me up behind the scenes. You got my number. Send me a text. Call me. He said, now. You can come on the show Saturday, bro. This Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can come on the show, man. I'm going to hit you up when I get done with the show tonight. We're going to wrap it up kind of early because I got to go to work, too. We all got to work. All of us ain't super balling out of control out here, man. Most of us have to work. And I meant to highlight that when I see you say that earlier, Blade Monger. This is a fact. Most women grew up as parentified child or parentified children. Parent. Man, listen, I'll be telling y'all when it comes. I'm about to start the etymology classes, y'all. I just wanted to make sure I get my work schedule on point and stuff before I start adding extra stuff into it. So now that I got my work schedule all the way set out, this Sunday, early Sunday afternoon, we're going to have our first etymology class. But I'm telling y'all right now, I'm going to do the first one on YouTube. And we're going to see how it go. After that, we're going to Patreon with it. Yeah, we're gonna get it together, brother. You feel me? I understand people be busy. You know, we all got to work. We got to go to, take care of our kids and our family or household. And I respect it. You know what I'm saying? Most high willing, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to make it happen for sure. You know what I mean? And now that you just sit up here and came up in the chat, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to definitely hit you up when we get done with the show tonight. But yeah, though, man. I just be having to say that and let y'all chicks know, man. Like, when it comes to a guy like me, I have my way. I have my way with y'all, specifically y'all black girls. I have my way. So it ain't never saltiness. It ain't never upset, bitterness, hurt, none of that fuckery with these fuck niggas on here, right? I get a lot of emails. You hear me? I get a lot of inboxes. I turn down a lot of broads, man. A lot of chicks be wanting to get at me, and I just be like, nah, I'm cool. You hear me? So, you know what I mean? Don't ever get it twisted. And for one thing for sure, two things for certain, me and most of my brethren, we absolutely love y'all black women. This is why we go in on y'all like how we do. If we didn't give a fuck, if I didn't care about black women, if I hated black women, I would be doing the Derrick Jackson thing. Now that's some hatred for you right there. That's toxic masculinity, which ain't really masculinity. Because true masculinity, manhood ain't toxic. That's what we designed to do. That's our specific, unique design, is to bring correcting, checking, chastising. Like your daddy used to do. Take that little skirt off. Put a bigger shirt on. Take that makeup off. Get your ass in the gym. Watch your mouth. What's wrong with y'all, man? What type of dudes y'all used to mess with? Y'all just want a nigga, like old girls say, y'all just want a nigga who make $1 million a year, buff, 6'5", in shape, monogamous, only want to have sex with you, and let you just talk any way you want and do anything you want. No. Ain't no man gonna go for that. A man is gonna check you. A man is gonna correct you when he see where you falter and folly at. And a man is also going to be able to accept when you bring the same to his awareness. You did. Now I want y'all to sit up here and listen to this. Shout out to my man Frizzle, man. Right? My man Farah, listen. And I'm reading my brother's post to put in the mind frame of y'all what toxic masculinity actually looks like. My man Farah, right? One of my homies from the turf. You feel me? From that north side of things. You feel me? Can y'all see that? He said, every black man I see with a white woman is happy. Ooh, that ain't like that, right? My man Farah said, every black man I see with the white woman looks happy. And all the chicks had something to say about that, right? Right? Mad as hell, right? Right? And this is what I said in response to it. I said, hold on, let me read y'all. Let me read to y'all what my bro Sparks say. Sparks still coming on the show too. My man Sparks said, bro, that's because black women love confrontations, getting loud, making scenes, arguing all the time. White women want peace, love, vegan food, and pipe. And not exactly in that order. You go white, everything is right. Now, we all know that that's not true, right? We know that some of these white chicks are Jezebels too. But for the most part, when you get with a white chick, they tend to be a lot more feminine than the average black chick. Let's just be honest about that, right? Men absolutely resent. Now, let me add a little bit to that, Lance Parker. We resent being seen as a utility. Yes, I agree with that. But we don't mind if we getting fair treatment in exchange. Like, case in point, If you are a feminine woman, I don't mind being utilized by you, because that means I'm getting from you what I want. So it's a fair exchange. But my man Lance Parker ain't never lied when he said that. We absolutely hate being seen as a utility without equal reciprocity. When my pop say, right on, the man is the main foundation of everything. My pop say, the man, right on, man is the main foundation of everything. That's the way God designed it to, yeah, that's the way the Most High designed it to be. And you shouldn't blame her. The reality is what it is, right? So my brother Sparks said that, right? And this is what I said in return, and this just caused a whole plethora, right? Now, mind you, a couple of these chicks I know personally. You hear me? I said what Sparks said. Black chicks think that they don't have to compete for us real ones, man. They think that they get us for free. Shout out to Kev. Wrestling as at the Kev. Choosing fee is exorbitant now. You heard me? Wrestling as at the simple. Choosing fees. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That choosing fee is exorbitant nowadays. You hear me? Black chicks be lazy, don't want to go to the gym, and don't want to cook. I think I'm about to go get me a few of these Beckys in these that be on my trail at the gym, man. When I go to the gym, every time I go to the gym, every day I go to the gym, which is Monday through Thursday, it's this one white chick. She a young white chick, too bad. You hear me? Bad as hell. Ass is body is just on point, right? But that's just not my focus right now. You see me? My focus is on something different right now. You hear me? So when I say I'm single by choice, see, I actually mean that. Because I don't have to be single. If I wanted to not be single, I would not be single. But I need to focus on things I need to focus on. And I'm man enough to know and admit, even right now, at this point of my life, being or going on my way to the best version of myself, I realize that women can be a distraction, even for me, right? Especially if they don't want to deal with me on my terms, right? And let me tell y'all, brother, something, man. Y'all better deal with these chicks on your terms, man. I don't deal with women on their terms. Take that how you want to take it. I deal with women on my terms, right? And I'm an honest guy. So contrary to popular opinion, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised, right? But yeah, though, man, so this whole thing cost the whole thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I had my little chick Mercedes. She said compete and started sending man, listen, man, what's wrong with y'all girls, man? Black women especially. Y'all really think y'all don't got to compete for real ones, man? Like, y'all really think in y'all's mind that y'all don't have to compete for us? Even the average amongst us, y'all don't think y'all got to compete? Because let's just be real. The majority of y'all are super average. And I'm talking about ladies. Most of y'all chicks are average as fuck. And ain't nothing wrong with that. When did average become so disdainful? I'm going to say it was somewhere between 2010 and 2015. Where like this whole thing on the internet, especially social engineering, where everybody's just balling, everybody living this exuberant lifestyle, everybody making 6+ figures, everybody driving a Benz, everybody lives in a $250,000+ house. Like I don't know where that stuff came from. Most of us are average as fuck. Most of us make average money. Most of us live average fucking lives, which ain't nothing wrong with that. Most of us, overwhelmingly mass majority of us. So I don't understand what y'all girls get this affluent shit from, man. Most of y'all come from the hood like me. Most of y'all grew up on Section 8, WIC, Family Dollar, Pantry, Charity Newsy. Most of us have grew up and experienced a light bill not being paid. Don't sit up there and do that, man. Y'all girls be killing, especially girls that I know. Y'all be killing me with that shit, man. Like, most of us is average, man. Yeah, I respect you on that. I respect that. I go along with that too. Right? What's up with that, y'all, man? We all really think y'all don't gotta compete for us, and I'm telling y'all right now, rest in the essence, I gotta pay homage to Kev, man. Kev called this shit out, man. Kev called this shit out when he came up with that whole ideology when he said winter is coming, man. Right? These chicks, listen to this. Right? This girl right here, I'm not even going to say her name. Don't get me wrong. She's a fairly attractive girl, but she average as fuck. Mercedes is average as fuck. The average broad. That's not even disrespectful. That's just keeping it 100, man. My man Les Parker said they've been brainwashed. They've been brainwashed into believing they are better. It's the conditioning that has been at work for 60 plus years. Yes. Right? So listen to what I say, man. My little chick, my little homie Mercedes, man. Mercedes used to holler at one of my younger homies back in the day. Not only that, let me tell y'all some shit about Mercedes, right? Mercedes is the one who introduced me to my daughter's mom. She's the one who introduced me to Jen's mom. Right? My daughter's mom was not saying she's not beautiful now, but when I met my daughter's mom, she was so beautiful. Her body was just flawless. You hear me? I ain't gonna even get into that. Well, my pop say? Pop said the skin game between black and white women is the background and upbringing. Right. So listen to what I said, though, right? So in response to my Mercedes said, compete. Right? Y'all see it? Mercedes said compete, and that's the emoji she did. Hold on. This is how these chicks feel about competing, man. Right? And this is sad to me, seriously, honestly. And I said, yes, Mercedes, compete. I said, that's why black chicks be sick and lonely and dealing with fuck niggas. Because they think they don't have to compete for the type of guy they actually want and need. See, white chicks and other groups of chicks, they get this. They understand this. They've been raised to respect men and understand the value of what a man, even an average man, can bring to their life. That's why when black men go to other races, that's why these other races of women tend to get the top tier of us black men. And mind y'all, the top tier of us start at average and up. Right? And this girl, I'm not going to say her name. She's an average ass broad too. And I'm not, listen, when I say average, that's not disrespect. That's not a shot. That's actually acknowledging actuality. Listen to me, don't get me wrong, man. When it comes to my looks, I'm a very handsome guy, and I'm not bragging. I know this because women tell me this. Lots of women tell me this. But when you ask me, I think I'm an average-looking guy. Most of us average-looking guys, we're very handsome, right? But so when I say average, I said all that to say, when I say you're average as fuck, I'm just saying you're average. That's not a compliment. That's not a dig. It's just what it is. And there's nothing wrong with that. Most of us are, right? This girl says, girl, these ninjas lost. Right? And then Mercedes says to me, she said, well, friend, You're clearly single too, so good luck with your competition, right? Right? And then Mercedes replied to this, bro. She said, honey, lost in the sauce. Now, mind you, I know Mercedes, and I don't give a damn if it's been a minute since I've seen her. I know you. Ain't too much changed, right? Ain't too much changed. It's been some years since I've actually seen and interacted with Mercedes, but I know Mercedes. Just like she know me. Ain't too much changed about me. She says to this girl, honey, lost in the sauce. Listen to what she say. Listen to this. No real woman is competing for no man. Look how deluded our women have become. No real woman competing for no man. But what do I know? Exactly. You don't know shit, Mercedes. Exactly. And I hope you listening to, little sis. You don't know shit when it come to this. Because a real woman understands for the man she wants, she's going to have to compete. Yes, she does. She knows this. She understands this. To get the type of woman, the type of man you want, you most definitely are going to have to compete. The man you want ain't just going to fall in your lap and fall in line with what you want. No, it's actually the opposite. The man you want, you're going to have to compete for him. Shot out and rest in essence to Kev, man. You're competing with the women that's trying to get him. Oh, yes, you're competing. It's just crazy to me how y'all chicks really think that the type of man that you want and need, that he's just going to come and just fall in line and do whatever you want and be at your beck and call. No, it's actually the opposite. The man you want and need, you're going to have to work for. You're going to have to compete for. You think the man that you want and the man that you need is only wanted and needed by you? I'm telling y'all, man, listen, and that's why she said, but what do I know? Shit, you don't know nothing, Mercedes. You don't know nothing. You know fuck all when it comes to this, little sis. And this is how I've been telling a lot of y'all chicks think y'all women and y'all not. Y'all just females. See, a woman, a real feminine woman, understands that in order to get the type of man that she wants, she's going to have to perform. She's going to have to compete, outperform, outcompete other chicks that's trying to get that same dude that she want. All y'all, like that white girl said, y'all want a 6 foot plus, 200 plus in shape, 6-figure plus making, got his shit together. Man, y'all want a man that's already put together. Y'all all want the same type of guy. These type of guys, there are not a lot of them. So, of course, if you want one like that, you're going to have to compete. So let me correct you, little sis. Females ain't going to compete for no man. Women most definitely will want to. You hear me? And this is what my response. I said, yeah, but I'm actually single by choice. I'm not single because I can't get a bitch. I'm not single because I'm an incel. I'm not a intentionally celibate, or listen here. I'm an incel. Let me slow that down. I'm an incel. I'm intentionally celibate. I'm not involuntarily celibate. Listen here, chicks, man. Cheeks, listen, sex, when you a guy like me, is easy to get, man. Easy. Terribly easy. Too easy. So much so that I turn down a lot of chicks. I turn down a lot of cheeks. Right? Sex is easy to get, man. Seriously. Especially when you a guy like me, sex is easy to get. Terribly easy. What's difficult is turning down sex. That's what's difficult. Shout out to the homie Jack, man. I judge men not by how much pussy they get, but how much pussy they turn down. Because I can't trust a man who's controlled and consumed by his lust. I can't fuck with a nigga like that. Seriously, anyway. What my man Lance Parker say, as men reign in the wet, white won't change our look. Or us men, huh? Okay, us men reign and the wet white won't change our look. You feel me? Right? And that's what I said, though. And this is what I'm saying. When it comes to y'all chicks who I actually know, I'll be having to remind y'all and put y'all, correct y'all and bring y'all up to speed on who I am. Like y'all, like I got to remind y'all, like you actually know me, right? And this is what I said. I said, yeah, but I'm actually single by choice, right? I said, and I said this too. I said, you of all people, no, right? I could get just about any chick I want, especially a black chick. Now, if anybody knows this is Mercedes, right? As in, Mercedes is the one who introduced me to two chicks. Two, right? Now, me and my daughter's mom, we ain't together no more. And me and Chocolate, I don't even remember the last time I talked to Chocolate, right? But it is what it is, right? You feel me? And this is what Mercedes say. Mercedes say, and this is what I be talking about with y'all chicks, man. You know what I'm saying? When y'all do stuff like this, Mercedes gonna sit up there and say, I know you from back in the day, and yes, you had options. She said, you an old nigga now. Right? See, most of you fuck niggas would have got triggered by that shit and would have went into this whole diatribe about, listen, I think stuff like that is funny. You feel me? It humors me. Had, right? And so my response to that was, and my options have increased tenfold. Huh? I'm way more advanced now than I was when me and Mercedes was interacting on damn near a daily basis because she was messing with my little homie, right? My options have increased. My stock has increased. My value has increased. It's easier for me to get chicks now. And I ain't making nowhere near the type of money I was making back then. Right? Like I said, I have my way when it comes to chicks. I said, and my options have increased, Mercedes, tenfold. I said, I can't keep them off me. Especially these little white chicks and Asian chicks that be seeing at the gym. I said, I'm definitely about to see what's to a few of them, though. I'm just joking. I'm not. Right? And she gonna tell me I'm a mess, choose wives over right? Whatever, right? Then this is another chick right here. This is another chick right here, right? Natasha. I've been knowing Natasha since she was a little girl too, right? She's something like a little sis to me too, right? And she gonna say, my man said compete like a sport. Yes. She said, laugh my ass off. I feel bad for single women, and thank God my man makes loving him easy and not a game. See, this is what I want to say. This is how I'm saying. A lot of y'all girls, especially a lot of y'all younger chicks, a lot of y'all need to be put up on game. A lot of y'all was raised without y'all's pops. And if y'all pops was involved, he was a fuck nigga 9 times out of 10, man. Right? Let me walk this down slow, as my brother Mr. O would say, man. You hear me? When we say y'all gotta compete for us, we ain't talking. Let me tell you something. I speak for most real ones when I say this, ladies. We ain't playing no fucking game. It ain't no game when we say y'all gotta compete, right? Now it's the game of life or whatever, but it ain't no game like Parker Brothers. This is how I know a lot of y'all chicks, y'all ain't women yet. And the dude that y'all messing with 9 times out of 10, he probably a fuck nigga. Right? No disrespect. But a lot of y'all chicks, a lot of the dudes y'all messing with, they ain't men. I could tell by the way y'all chicks talk and interact and engage with people via social engineering. I could tell if you do got a nigga, he a fuck nigga. Because ain't no woman of mine going to ever be online talking like how I be seeing some of y'all talk. Flat out. Right? And my response with that, this was my response to Natasha. I said, oh, it ain't no goddamn game at all. This is why black women are super single, because they really don't think they have to or should compete for especially us real ones, even us average real ones. Y'all got to compete. It's all good, though. You know what I'm saying? I tell y'all chicks all the time, though, when I say this, I'm not saying this to be disingenuous, to be contentious, to be disrespectful. I'm telling y'all because I noticed in my observable reality in my personal life. Oh, it ain't a game. It's not a goddamn game at all. This is why black women are super single, because they really don't think that they have to or should compete for the type of man they actually want and need. But it's all good though, loved ones. This is what I'm saying. It's all good, loved ones. Go get a cat, go get a dog, and figure it out. Right? Or go get a fuck nigga. Or go get a broad. Because y'all definitely gonna have to compete to get the type of man you want and need. Ask any of the real men if what I'm saying is false. My man Lance Parker said, what I meant by my last statement is that men don't need... Yeah, I know what you meant, bro. I know exactly what you meant. I just had to make sure I was reading it correctly. My man Lance Parker said, what I meant by my last statement is that men don't need artificial enhancers to feel good about ourselves. Men don't need weaves and cake. No, we don't. We absolutely don't. And that's a part of, I think that is a part of toxic femininity. All the weave, the lace fronts, the sew-ins, quick weaves, feed-in braids, all the chemicals on the hair, all the caked on, cake batter, Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey clown makeup on, all the additives, all the shapewear, girdles, waist trainers. Huh? We ain't got to do all that. You want to know something about a man? You want to know something about a man? If when I realize or somebody brings to my awareness something I need to improve and work on, I don't get in my feelings about it. I don't get upset about it. I don't throw it back at somebody and say, well, white dudes do it too. No, I go do something about it. I, as a man, say, you know what? I appreciate you bringing those concerns to my awareness. I appreciate that. I'm going to make a plan to do better. Men, when we notice we gaining some weight or it's brought to our attention, more than likely it's going to be brought attention to you by your mom if you still got your mom. And if a chick really care about you, she's going to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? My sis, shout out to my sis, Adrian. I love her to death. I'm going to get my sis on the show. We're going to chop it up, man. Me and my sisters was talking the other day, and she was like, bro, you ain't had me on the show. I say, sis, I done been invited you on the show. All right, we're going to have my sis come on the show, my actual sister. We're going to have her come on the show. We're just going to chop it up, talk about how it was growing up with each other. You feel me? And it's going to be a dope show. It's going to be dope. You know what I'm saying? What you think about that, Pops? Me and Adrian are going to sit up here and have a chop-up session on a Saturday night with y'all, so you can y'all can get a more in-depth perspective on somebody who actually knows me. Now, mind you, my sister is the quintessential modern woman. And I be telling her ass all the goddamn time, man. You know what I'm saying? My sister is lucky to still have covering and protection out here. Talking about me and my pops. You know, that's another topic for another day. But yeah, man. Y'all gonna have to compete for the type of man y'all want, black women. That provider, that protector, Y'all gonna have to compete for that. You don't just get that because you a woman. Because if you don't just get that, you gotta earn that. Just like we gotta earn the respect of women, we gotta earn the attention from women. It's not something that we just get. See, us men, we understand that. So when concerns are brought to our awareness, we don't make excuses for it. We don't go get surgery. Now, the key word I'm talking into here is men. I ain't talking about fuck niggas. I'm talking about men. We go get in the gym. And this is why I do my daily vlogs when I go to the gym. This is why I always advocate for us to drink water. And as men, we need to be getting our ass in the gym 4 to 5 days a week, an hour and a half to 2 hours tops. We don't sit up here and go buy waist trainers, go get surgery, wear clothes that are deceiving to the perception. No, men go get in that gym, right? Y'all tell us something wrong with our teeth. We know our teeth messed up. We go to the dentist. Something wrong with the way we look, we change it. We go get in that gym because 9 times out of 10, if you just went to the gym and drunk your water, you'll look the way you're supposed to look. Right? What my pops say. Also, too, son, black women feel that they don't have to give a black man his props and respect his demand. Yes. Yes. A lot of y'all, and I gotta keep saying this, bro, because Kev used to speak on this, man. Shout out and rest the answer to Kev. Right? Right? And this is why some people say, do y'all even belong to us, man, black women? Do y'all belong to black men? You feel like you belong to black men? Ladies? Right? And I know it's a lot of, I know y'all, listen, I look at my analytics, y'all. I know y'all be watching. You know, I encourage y'all, I implore, right, that y'all engage and interact. Right? See, a lot of y'all chicks, y'all be wanting to say stuff and come in the chat room, right? In the comment section and say stuff, but y'all see the level of men up in here. You're not gonna be able to come up over here and just say y'all frivolous shit out your mouth. That shit gonna get shut the fuck down with logic, reason, and over, inner, outer, extra standing, not with emotions, not with disrespect. We're going to check that shit. We're going to chastise that shit like how us men are designed to do. So I understand why a lot of chicks don't, because a lot of chicks is watch. Trust me, I look at my analytics, y'all. A lot of chicks watch. I got a very, very, very substantial female audience. Damn near half. You hear me? And y'all just not used to hearing men speak like me and my brethren. Y'all used to going in these niggas' comment section, they just let y'all say anything. That ain't gonna happen over here. You come over here to A-Real Talk, you're gonna conduct yourself like a lady, like a woman. You're gonna fall in line, you're gonna know your role, you're gonna shut your mouth, and you're gonna speak when you're spoken to. No, none of that fuckery is gonna be happening over here. You're gonna conduct yourself like a lady, like a woman over here, right? Facts. Hold on, let me see this real quick. What she say? Single women that want a real man need to be a real woman, need to ask and know what that man needs to compete, means strive to gain or win something by defeating or establishing superior over others who are trying to do the same. I don't care what the next opponent is doing, because I know I'm giving my all and my best. Okay, I'm gonna read what Tasha said. I didn't even realize Tasha said this. This is what Tasha said. Single women that want a real man need to be a real woman. Need to ask and know what that man needs. To complete means strive to gain or win something by defeating or establishing superiority over others who are trying to do the same. Exactly. I don't care what the next opponent is doing. I don't care what the next opponent is doing, because I know I'm giving my all and my best. If my best ain't good enough at any time, he tells me how I can do better. I really thank God all men don't act or think the same. Right. See, this is what I'm saying was silly about a lot of y'all chicks, man. And if Tasha, you happen to be listening, this ain't no disrespect to you, loved one. But let me just add on to what you say and bring into fruition and bring to your awareness why you're and why in your sisterhood attempt to try to disagree with me, right? Or to be disagreeable, or to try to justify or exemplify or validate or rationalize why women shouldn't compete. You just basically validated what I said. This is competition. That's competition, Tasha. You're going to have to compete for the man you want and need. If you listen here, ladies, if y'all got a dude in y'all's life, a man in your life, he provides for you, he protects you, he's guiding you and leading you. He's bestowing knowledge and information upon you that help you develop into the woman you're supposed to be. If he holds you accountable, if he chastises you, if he checks you, and you is underneath his guidance and underneath his leadership, oh, please believe you're competing for him. You might not look at it like that. You might not want to put it in those terms, but that's what you're doing. You're not competing with him. You're competing for him. And who are you competing with? The other bras that's trying to get him. The other bras that's willing to do what you ain't willing to do to get him and keep him. And it just be killing me how y'all, in an attempt to try to go against what men say, instead of just going with the flow, because most of us men know what the fuck we talking about. Anybody who actually knows me, when I speak on anything I speak on via social engineering, ask yourselves this question. Is Virgil really saying some stuff he don't know about? Does Virgil not know what he's talking about? Is he just talking out the side of his ass? Or hold on, let me think about how I know Virgil and what I know about Virgil. Virgil is probably one of the most intelligent men that I know, right? Personally, if you know me personally. I know what I'm talking about. I've lived a lot of life, had a lot of experiences, and one thing I know out of a lot of things I know is women, specifically Black women. So whenever I speak on what I'm speaking on referring to women, I know exactly what I'm talking about. I got a lot of experience. Like I say, I know y'all better than y'all know yourself, most of y'all. He said, I would never let my sister interrupt this game. She can't. My sister don't have the ability to interrupt anything. You hear me? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. She said, thank God all men don't act and think the same. And that's crazy, though, because this is the thing here, Tasha, if you happen to be listening, all men, most men who are men, now the key word here is men, man. Most men, we think exactly the same for the most part. So let me tell y'all ladies something. If y'all got a man out there who claims to be a man and he don't think like how I think for the most part, he probably ain't no man. Because I'm going to tell you right now, most men think exactly like how I do. Put a number 11 in the chat if you agree with me on that. Put a number 11 in the chat if, let me just say this, y'all, brothers. Put a number 11 in the chat if you a man and you agree with most of the stuff I'm saying pertaining to women. Put an 11 in the chat if I'm telling the truth when I speak on what I'm speaking on pertaining to women. Most men think exactly like me. Keyword is man, men. Now these fuck niggas y'all be messing around with, of course they don't think nothing like me. What the fuck, man? A fuck nigga don't think like me. Fuck niggas is thinking about the bitch. Fuck niggas is thinking about pleasing the bitch. A fuck nigga is thinking about everything he can do to get the bitch. I don't think like that. I don't have to do the most to get a woman. Never had, never will. Women always flock to me. Like my pops always say, shout out to my pops. That's the lust of the flesh and the pride of life. That fallen state of Eve from the garden. Exactly. Most men, ladies, listen. Most men think exactly like me. Most men think exactly like my brother, Mr. O. Most men think exactly like my brother, Red Supreme. Most men think exactly like Jack. Most men think exactly like Sinful. Rest in the essence to Sinful. Most of us men, the key word is men. Most of us think exactly like each other. And y'all most definitely are going to have to compete for us, right? Now, see, I didn't see this part either. This is something else Natasha said. Even having this conversation with you, my man will be pissed because you don't even have a woman. So what can you tell someone that's in a relationship? Listen, I've been in relationships and I'm a man and I got a lot of experience with women, right? And I don't have to be in a relationship to speak on women, right? Now, I would have to be in a relationship, a healthy, successful relationship, to give any type of advice on relationships. But see, I'm not talking about relationships. I'm not an expert on relationships. I don't give advice on relationships. I drop game about women, about the way women think, about the way y'all act, about the way y'all conduct yourselves. Right? That's what I'm speaking on. And I don't have to have a woman, be in a relationship with one to speak on y'all. I've had lots of experience with women. I'm 41 years young. I started having sex when I was 14. I done dealt with all types of women, all races of women. I know women, specifically black women. I know y'all real good. I know how y'all think. I know how y'all act. I know y'all better than y'all know yourselves. And I stand on that because it's true. Brothers in the chat, people in the chat, tap in with me. Put a number 11 in the chat if you don't, put a number 11 in the chat if you think that I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to women. And like I said, Tasha, you know what I'm saying? See, your man should be, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say what he should be, right? Exactly. Men, not males, not fuck niggas, men, right? Now, I don't know your dude, Tasha, right? But the fact that you, like you even see, you said, even having this conversation with, right? Even having this conversation with you, my man would be pissed because you don't even have a woman. Like, I don't need a woman to speak on women. I've had lots of women in my lifetime, specifically black women. I know y'all. I know how y'all think. I know how y'all act. I know y'all's inconsistencies. I know y'all's highs. I know y'all's lows. I know how y'all think. Nah, Adrian would be terrible to have on this subject, Pops. Adrian don't know what the hell she talking about either. And I love my sister to death, right? You hear me? My sister exudes. Listen here, this ain't no disrespect. This is facts, y'all. I love my sister to death, and I want the best for her, which is why I tell her the truth. My sister personifies toxic femininity. Pops, Adrian personifies toxic femininity in all its aspects. And I love my sister to death. I want the best for her, which is why I tell her the truth. Right? Once more, I wouldn't give a damn what any of you chicks dudes think. Like I said, 9 times out of 10, most of y'all chicks is fucking with fuck niggas. Most of y'all girls got fuck niggas as partners. I don't want a partner. I don't need a partner. Unless we doing business. A partner would ensue that we're equal. A partner would ensue, or a partner being partners would signify that we're equal. And I ain't met a woman on planet Earth that's equal to me. I don't care how much money she got. I don't care how successful she is, how many degrees life is right now. She could be making way more money than me and be living way better than me. I ain't met a woman that's equal to me. Right? And I'm going to add on to what my brother Red Supreme be saying. Not only has the ability to make and obtain money tricked women into thinking they don't need a man or replace a man, they think that having success and prestige and money makes them better than a man or equal to a man. So like I say, I'm not saying this about Tasha because I don't know Tasha's dude. I've never met her dude. I didn't even know she was in a relationship, or I don't know this. So I'm not gonna sit up here and just talk shit about the nigga. I don't talk crazy about niggas I don't know. Or should I say that I don't know, or haven't displayed some behavior for me to get a gauge of what type of guy they are. So I'm not gonna speak on that. But what I will say is that 9 times out of 10, most of y'all chicks, y'all got fuck niggas that y'all fucking with. Most of y'all ain't messing with men. I can tell by the way that y'all conduct yourselves online, by the way y'all engage and interact, especially with other men online. You ain't got no man in your life. Because if you did, you wouldn't be engaging like this. Because ain't no woman of mine going to be doing any of this shit. Ain't no woman of mine going to be getting in engagements with other men and conversations with other men concerning this type of shit. That's going to be my woman. I'm not saying my woman couldn't engage with other men online, interact. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is in this fashion. Wouldn't be no need for her to. She got me. What the fuck she cared? Like you said, So you know what I mean? I didn't even see that. I just now saw that. I didn't even realize Tasha said that. Natasha said that. Right? And I'm gonna respond to that here in this. No, I ain't responding. I'm gonna ignore it. Like I said, it must not have been meant for me because I ain't said. So you know what I mean? Let's get to some more toxic femininity, right? Let's get to some more displays, man. Some more displays of toxic femininity, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. Share on your social engineering, man. God, you stupid. Right. Let's go.
The girls, if you were in the position of guys where the laws were against you,
I do need to say something about
go ahead, go ahead.
It's interesting, right? And so a lot of people do mention toxic masculinity, but I definitely think the crisis that's happening, and I can see it, it's, if I label it, it's from toxic femininity. If I really say the word, because how do you expect people to express themselves when they're scared? Men, boys, are so scared to express themselves, to approach you. But the main complaint from all of my girlfriends or the people that I know is the men are not being men enough.
Yeah.
They're not like literally
Approaching.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But look, who created
Yeah,
that?
but then when we have laws like that, how can, because I'm just thinking if I was in their point of view, and you guys can tell me if you agree or disagree, but I would be really hesitant if that was a law. Other girls, if you were
what exactly you've seen when you said that is an example of toxic masculinity.
Men feeling that they need to dominate spaces physically and speaking over women.
Were you a toxic feminist when you interrupted me when I was on stage?
No, I was interrupting.
I'm just asking because you're saying that somebody interrupting someone is now a symbol of toxic masculinity. You just interrupted me on stage, so are you a toxic feminist?
Interrupting you because I didn't.
You went, bull.
I didn't interrupt you because you're a woman. I interrupted you because I didn't believe what you were saying.
Like, you know what I'm saying is that you're coming up with terms, and sometimes people just interrupt. I'm fine with the fact that you interrupted me. It happens all the time. I'm not holding that against you. I'm just using it to prove a point that you've created an entire concept around when men interrupt women, but you literally just interrupted me, and you don't identify as yourself as a toxic feminist.
No, the fact that you're a woman is completely irrelevant to me.
But maybe it's irrelevant to men as well when they interrupt people. What exactly you've seen?
Come on, this is Candace Owens, y'all. I know a lot of y'all be feeling some type of way about Candace Owens, and I don't agree wholeheartedly with everything she said. I know who Candace Owens is, but when she right, she right. Let's keep going.
-1 million.
Okay, what about this girl?
He's a 10. She's pretty.
This girl.
He's a 5. He's a 3.
Wait, so this guy's a 3, but this girl is a 10.
Yeah.
So she's obese though.
She's not obese. She's gorgeous. What do you mean? She's literally more gorgeous than you.
But isn't it a fact that she's obese though?
Yeah, but she's gorgeous. She's literally gorgeous.
Because isn't fat unattractive?
No.
Then why did you rate this fat guy -10?
Because, oh my God, just
Female hyperuse.
-1 million.
Okay, what about this girl?
He's a 10. She's pretty.
This girl.
He's a 5. He's a 3.
Wait, so this guy's a 3, but this girl is a 10?
Yeah.
But she's obese though.
She's not obese. She's gorgeous. What do you mean? She's literally more gorgeous than you.
But isn't it a fact that she's obese though?
Yeah, but she's gorgeous. She's literally gorgeous.
Because isn't fat unattractive?
No.
Then why did you rate this fat guy -10?
Because, oh my God, just shut the fuck up, you little white fucking head Sharon.
I see that these women won't date an overweight man.
That's so obvious. But a perfect body with abs is 1 out of 10. And women can be any size and they're beautiful and they're 10 out of 10, even though obviously they're sick. I mean, I'm sure they are having a hard time getting up, having a hard time breathing and moving. I just don't understand.
It's -1 million.
More toxic femininity.
No, I've had a couple girls.
I'm sitting here trying to tell y'all, man. This stuff is starting to become legion, man. Starting to become legion.
I get this sometimes, and it always makes me laugh. You're not using the phrase correctly. Toxic femininity describes the behavior that supports the gender biases. You know, the ones that feminists work against. I am, however, a feminist. And for clarity, I'm a feminist because I love and value and respect men. I obviously don't respect abusive men, and I certainly don't respect their enablers. But I equally don't respect female perpetrators of abuse. It's in fact why I make so much gender-neutral content and often make videos about female perpetrators and male victims. Toxic femininity, it restricts women within the patriarchy. The patriarchy hurts men. It's a threat to men's mental and physical health. It upholds norms and behaviors that aren't even attainable for men. Not to mention they're not desirable for men or women. But it does keep toxic men feeling like they have power. And power and control, that's the root of abuse. I get this sometimes, and it always makes me laugh. You're not using the phrase correctly. Toxic femininity describes the behavior that supports the gender biases. You know, the ones that feminists work against. I am, however, a feminist. And for clarity, I'm a feminist.
See, this is the type of chicks y'all gotta watch out for, man. Y'all gotta watch out for these type of bras. This is what I call fake femininity, right? I'm a feminist. Feminist in its original term meant a person who was for equal rights or fair rights for men and women. I'm all for that. I'm a feminist in that aspect. In the true aspect of the term, I think that women should have equal rights. Yes, I do. I think women should be treated just like a human being, just like a man should. Right? You know, I know my sister better than anybody. Right? That's why I say the stuff I say. Right? Listen to this chick.
Love and value and respect men. I obviously don't respect abusive men, and I certainly don't respect their enablers. But I equally don't respect female perpetrators of abuse. It's in fact why I make so much gender-neutral content and often make videos about female perpetrators and male victims. Toxic femininity, it restricts women within the patriarchy.
Let's see, y'all be killing me. A lot of y'all chicks be killing me with this patriarchy bullshit, man. Patriarchy is the design, the natural design of this reality, right? Before it became the world. Proper structure and order goes as follows: God, man, woman, child. Patriarchy is the actual balance. Patriarchy is how this earth was designed before it became the world. And even when it became the world, it was still under patriarchal rule. It worked for literally thousands of years, right? Just imagine if we had a matriarchal society. We would have a society. We would not have a society if it was a matriarchal society. There hasn't been one successful matriarchal society in human history. So when y'all be hearing y'all talk about this patriarchy shit, that's the natural design and order of things. Patriarchy, ruled by men. Man, and I just had this conversation with somebody where, you know, a little bit today or earlier yesterday, Pop. Man was designed in the image and likeness of the Most High. Patriarchy is natural order and structure. And since a lot of y'all chicks have been consumed with the Jezebel spirit through the psyop of what we've been told feminism is, right? Y'all been mind fucked into going against the natural structure and order, which is patriarchy, right? Let's watch some more.
If you could eliminate one thing from the world, what would you eliminate?
Narcissist?
Toxic feminism.
We the top. Wait, not play it, don't stop. Like we going, know the time until.
If you could eliminate one thing from the world, what would you eliminate?
Narcissist?
Toxic feminism.
We the top.
A lot of y'all be using that word narcissist and don't even know what it means, man. Don't even understand what the word means. Now, here's an aspect to look at right here.
There's toxic masculinity, there is toxic femininity. And communism in many ways is a toxically feminine worldview. In the same way Nazism is toxically masculine. Imagine what a toxically feminine worldview would look like by just seeing how women act in the world. The negatives of femininity, even though there are many positives, are envy, using shaming for social games and power, relational warfare, materialism, the attempt to escape responsibility, using empathy when logic is what's really necessary, magical thinking, and a desire for equality or crabs in the bucket thinking at the expense of merit. This is communism personified, and there is a reason that in social science studies, people with more feminine-oriented personalities, which includes a good chunk of men, correlate very heavily with leftism. There's toxic masculinism.
That's a different take on it.
I said that men are, on average, more aggressive than women, or they're more physically aggressive. So among children, for example, boys are more likely to kick, hit, bite, and steal. That's not a bad operationalization of aggression. Women, girls, however, they are more aggressive than males if you measure aggression differently. They use reputation destruction. Physical aggression doesn't translate to social media, but reputation destruction, that translates to
character assassination
unbelievably well. So maybe it's time to have a little chat about toxic femininity. I said that men are.
Wait, why do we put our bad decisions onto men? Isn't that like we're just toxic?
I ain't gonna do that.
Oh, this reminds me, one of the most aggressive characteristics of toxic femininity is deriving their own and others' value from very superficial qualities like physical appearance. Oh, this reminds me, one of the most aggressive characteristics of toxic femininity is deriving their own and others' value from very superficial qualities like physical appearance.
Yeah. Toxic femininity. Right?
One of the things we won't honestly discuss in our society, one of many, is the fundamental nature of female political psychopathology. There's male political psychopathology, obviously. That's what the feminists complain about all the time when they talk about the oppressive patriarchy, toxic masculinity. There's no shortage of toxic masculinity. So is there any toxic femininity? Well, not if the feminine is just the, oppressed virgin goddess whose nature, but how about we don't live in that fantasy world? And we know, there's female political pathology, the tendency to infantilize everyone, and the tendency to assume that everyone who doesn't go along with the infantilization is properly characterized as a predator. And so, you wonder why are the universities turning into extended daycares? A lot of the reason for that is that women who don't have anything better to do are turning the university students into the infants they never had. I don't know when we'll be able to be mature enough to have that conversation. One of the things
college universities, college indoctrination disguised as education is turning women into the children that they wish they had. Well, I don't even listen to y'all's comments. What y'all say? Power is the title. That is what vital to the title. Man's title in his household. Okay. Yeah, I'm like, what are you saying, man? Lance Parker said, those who naturally build, create, protect should rightfully lead. Enough said, flat out. And they are not made to be better than you in anything, weaker vessel or helpmate. Your help said, and they are not made to be better than you in anything, the weaker vessel, your helpmate. Right. He said Jordan Peterson need to step his game up. We all need to step our game up. Right? We all need to step our game up.
Do you believe in toxic femininity? Everyone knows what toxic masculinity is. There's been talks recently of toxic femininity, and I think this stems from the people that talk about how they hate men and how they think that women are superior, because in a way that can be toxic. But I personally think that some of these people are just kind of playing it out for the camera, but I'm sure there are some people that actually believe that, and that's probably not the best to believe when you're so far on one side. But I do think that there are some ways to expand on this topic without using it as a way to hate on women. Do you believe in toxic femininity?
Oh, man. Right. Let me show y'all the toxic femininity. Right. Let me show y'all what toxic femininity looks like. That's crazy. Now, this is a prime example of what femininity has led to the results of.
get me and my kids out the hood. It's always been my passion to rap. A while ago, I had signed a contract, and I didn't know nothing about the business or this game out here. And just right now, I'm realizing that I signed my soul. I sold my soul to the devil. I signed myself to the devil. I don't even own myself no more. I sold my soul to the motherfucking devil, and I done prayed. I prayed and I prayed and I prayed. You know, and it's just like, I don't know if God can get me out of this, you know, and it's just like to the point where I don't even know, like, I just want to say I'm sorry to my fans. I know y'all love me. I know y'all believe in me, but I can't. I didn't know what I was doing back then, and I lost passion. I don't even believe that. I don't even believe in myself no more because of what I did. I did not know the game was like this. And I'm just ready to go back to school. I'm just ready to move away and go to school. I just want to tell everybody I'm sorry. And I won't be making any more music until I'm out of this contract. And who knows if that'll ever happen? Like, who knows if that can ever happen? I don't know. I done prayed and I prayed and I prayed. I don't even know if God can hear me at this point. But I just made the biggest mistake that I ever made. And I just hope, if you're an artist, make sure you have an attorney to read over your contract, and don't let the person that you signed it to pick the attorney. Don't let them pay for the attorney either, because the attorney working for them. But I just lost my passion for this, and I'm just gonna go back to.
All right. Yeah, that is. You're right about that. Right? If anybody is a embodiment of toxic femininity, it's baby girl Suki Hana. And we see that this video was what y'all call cat, because this was from 3 years ago. And she recently just made this song.
Casamigos, Casamigos, Casamigos.
So clearly that was cat. Oh, that's enough of that. The song fucking sucks, right? Yeah, man, toxic femininity, man, right? What my man Lance Parker say, men are no longer comfortable working around women at the workplace. Women can get away with being toxic at the job, but men are one human resource report from having their livelihood read. That's a fact, bruh. That's why when I be working, I don't even interact with the chicks. I don't talk to them. Nothing outside of work. I don't engage in conversation. None of that. You hear me? None of that. None of that. I don't indulge, man. It ain't about to me too me, right? It ain't about to me too me, man. Right? Speaking of me too. Right? Shout out to this dude right here too, Ben Shapiro.
When folks say things like believe all women, I have a question. Why? Really, why? Because I am inclined to believe stories of sexual abuse. I really am. But when folks say believe all women, you can't believe all women any more than you can believe all men or believe any other group of people. And to suggest that women are inherently more believable than men is sexist. To say that men don't deserve the same due process as women is sexist. And I believe that men shouldn't act like pigs. I've been only advocating this since I was a teenager. I'm the only man in America who was a virgin until I was married and proud of it. I've been advocating for a higher standard of traditional behavior on the part of men, literally my entire public career. But that doesn't mean that you get to carve out a section of crimes that don't require evidence. And when folks say things they believe
the Me Too movement, is the example, a pure prime example of toxic femininity, right? Right. That Me Too movement, man.
Because the end of apartheid should have been a fucking bloodbath by any metric in human history, and it wasn't. And the only reason it wasn't is because Desmond Tutu and Mandela and all these guys figured out that if a system is corrupt, then the people who adhere to the system and are incentivized by that system are not criminals. They are victims. And that the system itself must be tried. But because the how systems work is so compartmentalized as far as information, the only way we can figure out what the system is if everybody says what they did. Tell them how you participated. Because men want to help, they're just scared. Because Ben Affleck tried to help. Hey, what happened to these ladies discussing? Oh, nigga, you grabbed a titty in 95. All right, fellas, I'm out. Fuck that, I ain't helping. I just want to help. I want to be a good guy. Like, I can't even say the word Me Too anymore. The nigga tonight was like, Dave, I'm going to the comedy club. I was like, I am also going to the comedy club. Because the end of a
You feel me, man? You feel me? The Me Too movement, man. Hold on, I wasn't even aware of this. This is my baby right here.
Mindy Kaling's Velma series has come out with awful reviews, but even worse for her, she's now being Me Too'd. Starting off, Mindy Kaling's Velma is a bomb with critics and audiences getting only 55% with critics and a 7% with audiences on Rotten Tomatoes. Even with some people being upset, certain characters had their races changed, but now everyone's just upset they were written poorly. For Mindy Kaling, she's being called out for the treatment of the character of Daphne voiced by Constance Wu, saying it sexualizes teenagers. The reason is because in the first 3 minutes of Velma, there's a very graphic shower scene that features Daphne along with many other girls. The scene does involve animated nudity with girls touching each other, including Daphne, who is supposed to be 15 in the show. That's not the only criticism of the show, when people are saying the character of Fred is done poorly because it makes fun of people with delayed puberty. There's one scene involving Velma going into Fred's bedroom to photograph him to learn that he has a small. And on top of that, in the Velma show, Mindy Kaling does make fun of the Me Too movement. Where in one line of the series, Mindy Kaling's Velma says she splits the truth like comedians before the Me Too movement. Because of this, along with the other things mentioned, some activists have called Mindy Kaling's Velma a right-wing show. Velma was definitely a misfire with that. I'm Charles Pearl. I hope you learned something.
I didn't know that he was coming from Mindy like that. I love Mindy Kaling with her flying little Indian self. Right? Here go my brother Dave Chappelle again.
Supported the Me Too movement, but the whole time I thought that the way they handled that was stupid. They were doing shit like going to the Golden Globes, and all of them would be like, let's all go to the Golden Globes and wear black dresses, give these men a piece of our mind. Bitch, that is not going to work. You think Martin Luther King's going to be like, I want everybody to keep riding the bus, but wear matching outfits? You got to get off the bus and walk. So real talk, that was a silly movement. I want everybody to wear crocheted pussy hats so they know we're serious. And then I said something about it in one of my specials, and all these women actresses came after me. I said, man, fuck y'all too. You canceled. I ain't jerking off to none of your pictures again. They were like, who is he to tell us anything? I'll tell you exactly who I am. I am the one that got off the bus and left $50 million on the bus and walked. I agreed with these women. I just didn't agree with what they were doing about. I support it.
There's no better example of toxic femininity than the Me Too movement. Time's up. All these catchphrases, right? Yeah, man. The gender's always going to be in the cartoons, right? So, you know what I'm saying, man? Toxic masculinity. Does toxic masculinity exist? Of course it does. No, let me rewind that. I ain't gonna say toxic masculinity, right? But for the lack of a better term, I'll just say it. Are there dudes out there who are messed up dudes? Are there guys out there who hate women? Yes. Yes, there is. But for the most part, none of us see, and this is what I'm saying. This is why I be telling y'all to watch these words, man. You know what I'm saying? Toxic masculinity is a word that's been used to replace or to coincide with misogyny. You know what I'm saying? Just be, I mean, and this is what I'm saying, toxic masculinity, man. If you put the word toxic in front of anything, it's going to almost make it bad and have negative connotations. Now, see, masculinity, take the toxic off. See, we're talking about just regular masculinity, being a man. You feel me? There's nothing toxic about masculinity. What y'all would call toxic masculinity, I would say is just horrible behavior from males pretending to be men. Just like when it comes to toxic femininity. You know, femininity in its purest raw form, ain't nothing toxic about it. Actually, when femininity in its raw form and masculinity in its raw form combined, that's a beautiful thing. Right? When we're talking about toxic femininity or femininity made into misandry, which is what we're really talking about, instead of saying misandry, they're going to say toxic femininity to take away what the actual meaning, base meaning, original meaning of femininity is. So they put the word toxic on front of it, so you won't say words like misandry. When y'all say the term toxic masculinity, what you mean, having a pair? You mean being a man? What's toxic about being a man? Right? Ain't nothing toxic about a man checking you, chastising you, correcting you, bringing structure, order, discipline, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, integrity, protection, provision. This is what men provide. And when masculinity has been turned to be toxic, now we got misandry. Or, you know, just as much as there's guys out there that hate women, and it's not a lot, it's a small percentage, but it's a lot of chicks out there that hate men. And one thing for sure, two things for certain, I do not hate women. I absolutely love and adore women, specifically, especially Black women, man. I don't hate women, right? I don't think none of my brothers who put the fire to women's asses, I don't think none of us hate women, right? Y'all ain't even play nothing from Amber Heard. She don't get no play or no burn. I just use Jada and use her because them was like two prime examples of what could be considered toxic femininity. I don't even want to say toxic femininity. I'll just say misandry. Because these two chicks clearly hate men, clearly, right? And that all stems from the childhood. So, you know what I'm saying, man? We're going to get up out of here, y'all. I appreciate everybody tapping in and walking with us. Tomorrow night, we're going to get straight to it. Me and my brother King Els, you already know how we do. You understand me, man? Y'all know we're going to get straight to it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. And we're going to get to the Friday night wrap-up tomorrow night, man, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Me and my brother King Els, tap in, walk with us. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. You understand what I'm saying, man? Share on your social engineering. You know, all of that. Appreciate everybody coming out, tapping in with us. You feel me? Yeah, I appreciate that. You already know, Blade Monger, man. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I like to be fair and across the board, y'all. You know what I mean? I like to be fair and across the board. You know what I'm talking about? I like to be fair and across the board. No, I don't hold no cards against nobody. I'm not a person that picks sides or show favoritism or none of that. But with that being said, I am a man and I advocate for men. Not that I'm not on the side of women, but I'm a man and I advocate for men, especially in these times now when we are being targeted and made to be like we're all just these red pill raging ass dudes when most of us ain't. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a guy like me got to come and bring some balance to the situation, man. You hear me? Tap in, walk with us, smash that like button. Click on the page, subscribe to the, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Tell everybody to come tap in with your guy. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to get to it. We're going to do it like we used to it. You know what I'm talking about? We're going to get straight to it. All of that. You feel me? Everybody enjoy their evening. Thank y'all for coming out. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all right here with me, and I appreciate that. I respect that. I honor that. I cherish that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could be doing stuff with your family or whatever it is y'all could be doing, but y'all tapping in with me. Ladies, listen. Right? I love y'all. That's why I dedicated Thursday night on my show to y'all. I dedicate my show on Thursday to y'all, whether we're talking about toxic femininity as the topic of discussion, whether we're discussing something concerning women, right? Or if I have a beautiful woman on the show, like how I had last Thursday, shout out to Kim with her fine self. You hear me? Kim is a beautiful woman, successful woman. She's a very feminine woman. You hear me? So anybody who would think that Virgil Berry stacks with the facts, if y'all think I hate women, you're wrong. All right? Absolutely love y'all. So much so that, like I said, I dedicated a whole night just for y'all. Right? Y'all done sit up here and seen over the past 7-8 months, then we going on a year, the beautiful, different women I done sit up here and brought on the show. You know, if I hated women, I wouldn't even talk about y'all. If I hated women, I wouldn't have y'all on my show. I would have nothing but nasty, disdainful, hurtful shit to say. I would talk about y'all in the most absolute worst way I could possibly think of. And if I actually hated women, I probably would be a fun boy. But since I'm not, I don't. Right? That's it. Couldn't have said it better myself, man. So we about to get up out of here, y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in, walking with us. It's been a beautiful show. It's been a lit show. Been a classic show. You know what I'm saying? Share on your social engineer. Watch the playback. Tell everybody to tap in. You know what I'm talking about? Tomorrow night we get into it. Friday night wrap up. And depending on what the weather looking like, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be nice, we might just do E&E Friday outside tomorrow night over there at my brother L's house at E&E Studios, man, on the patio, man. You know what I'm talking about? We might go ahead and sit up there and do that. You understand what I'm saying? And chop it up with y'all. We got a lot of things to talk about this week, a lot of interesting topics. So we're going to get to it, man. Enjoy y'all evening, man. Love y'all. Thanks, everybody, for coming through. You know what I'm talking about? My brother, Uncle Diggity. Me and Gardner on Wallace, Blade Monger, Lance Parker, OG. You know what I'm talking about? My pops, Virgil Berry Sr. in the audience. You understand me, man? All y'all brothers came through, showing that love. You know what I'm saying? My man Ray came through. He gonna come on the show here eventually. You did. You know what I'm saying? Get that engagement up, man. You know what I'm saying? Get that engagement up, man. Smash that like button, click on bell, subscribe to the page. I'm talking about. We about to get up out of here, and we're going to start the show like how we finished the show. Ladies, and let me come up for this real quick. All right, a prime example. This is a prime example of how y'all know, or how y'all should know, that I don't specifically me, and I'm speaking for myself, because a lot of I ain't gonna say a lot of chicks, but a few chicks think that I hate women. Stupid. I have a daughter, man. You hear me? I have a beautiful 14-year-old daughter who's grown into a beautiful young lady. There's no possible way that I could hate women, which means, because if that's the case, that means I hate her mom. I don't. That means I hate my mom. I don't. That means I hate my sister. I don't. Right? I'm just a man that's going to hold your ass accountable. You're not used to hearing men like myself, talk in the way that I do. And let me tell you one of the reasons why I do, because I ain't trying to fuck. I ain't trying to get no pussy from you, so I'm going to be 100 with you. Now, you might not like it, but since I'm not trying to get over and I'm not getting nothing from you, I have no reason to not tell you the truth. I have no reason to not be 1,000 with it. You might not like it. I don't care. But that's how it's always going to be. You know what I'm saying? I just had to say that real quick, man. You understand me, man? Absolutely love y'all with y'all dusty foot, biscuit head asses. Especially y'all chocolate girls, man. We about to get up out of here, man. You know what I'm talking about? Thanks everybody for coming out. Like I always say, y'all know how we do it, man. The computer will be out the shop within the next week or so. You know what I'm talking about? And we're gonna have a new screen, new everything, new CPU fan, and all of that. So we're gonna get straight to it, man. You feel me? Misandrists need to stop accusing Virgil of misogyny. Yes, yes, yes. So we're gonna finish how we started. Hey, y'all ladies out there, man. I made this song for y'all, right? Let me come up real quick again. You feel me? Let me come up real quick again, y'all. Ladies, I made this song for y'all. This song I got called Settle for Less. If I hate women, I wouldn't have made no song like this. I made this song for y'all. You hear me? Don't settle for less. But you're going to settle. Now let me understand, let me break this down. When I say settle, I don't mean settle as in everything else I've tried hasn't worked. So now I mean when I say settle, I mean you're going to have to get on a man's program. You're going to have to follow a man's leadership and guidance. When you get with a man, ladies, when you get with the man that you want and that you need, understand that you're going to get on his program. You're going to get underneath his leadership, his guidance, his authority, his protection, his provision. You are not equal to him. Huh? You're not his partner. You're his helpmeet. Partners would insinuate that we're equal, and we're not. So this is why when people say marriage is a partnership, no. Marriage in its original form ain't got nothing to do with no partnership. Marriage is a woman getting underneath the leadership and guidance of a man, and the man providing protection, provision for her. And them having a family and continuing the process. Right? So when I made this song, Settle for Less, when I say settle for less, I mean you're going to settle as in order for you to get the type of man you want, you're going to have to get on his program. And you're going to settle, just don't settle for less. That's all. Don't settle for less. Ladies, you did. Don't settle for less, y'all, man. You did. Don't settle for less out there. Now, you're going to settle, just don't settle for less. You feel me? Tap in, walk with me. You already know what it is. Y'all know what it do. Let's go. See y'all tomorrow night, E&E Fridays. We're going to get straight to it. You dig? Me and my brother King Els. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, channel social engineering. Tomorrow night, we're going to be right back. Holla back, y'all. Yeah, don't settle for less, man. I can love you better than you can imagine.
Take it from the madness. Girl, I don't know why you keep these lanes around. You piling out. Don't you tell me beauty queen. You know I really wanna invite you to my world and show you my unique persona. We can get together, steam it up like a sauna. Take you on the natural high, no marijuana. Just a bottle of wine, some ice cube Prosecco. You focus on that when do you select no? You was gonna be mine from the very get-go. I'm trying to make you white because you're special. You got the best clothes, designer fresh clothes. Make your own dough, own your own dough. Vehicle is fully paid for, that frame's plain no selfie queen. You know your angles. Red bottom heels, 5 diamond encrusted mangoes. We got the same goals, copping land and counting bankrolls. Creating generational wealth, so I seize growth. I know your needs though, and you know mine's the same. It's an honor and a privilege to give you my last name. I can love you better than you can imagine. From madness, girl, I won't do why you keep around. You gotta know. You know that's mandatory. I'm trying to open your mind. Peep the allegory. They say that love don't last, so let's change the story. I set my heart out to you. Please come for me. Let's take control of our love. No conforming late night love sessions last until the early morning. Cooking breakfast, but naked is bacon and toast. Fried potatoes and onions, girl, I love you the most. When my body be aching, you rub the pain out. Roll up the dust for me while I pour champagne out. I pour my heart and my soul, plus my pain out. You got a real one, so leave the flames out. Please stop with the game. The mother needs to see your time, girl. Why the love we eating in your phone? They always seem to talk. You just fuck with me. So don't settle, don't settle, don't settle don't you settle for less.